my baby. That's Tony. Tony, come to mummy.
Denise?
Do me a favour. Grab a dick and pay me a couple of $100.
I'm looking for a girl called Debbie. She works along this stretch.
Debbie?
Have you seen her?
Debbie?
No?
Melinda? Short, big tip, seen her?
No, I haven't seen her.
Well, do you know where she is? Staying up
Sometimes
there?
handsome men have a negative notice. Shit, who called them? Melinda?
One guess.
Bloody
Don't
God.
look at me.
All right, girls, we're going to have to ask you to move along.
Officer, this is our spot and we're not moving.
You know where you can and you can't work. Now move it.
Oh, piss off, will ya? Get yourself a real
I
job.
won't ask you again. I'll throw you in the back of the car.
Oh, that'll
Excuse
cost
me?
you extra, baby.
Excuse me, you can't actually move her along. She's not in
front of a school.
She's not in front of a school or a church.
She's only a block away from the school. I say, I've had complaints about.
No, she's not inside of it, so you can't move her around.
Look, I've already got warrants. I've got warrants out on you. I can take you in right now, okay? But I'm going to give you one more chance. Now move it.
This is discrimination.
What is?
Look, there are girls selling their asses for miles down this road just because this ass happens to be black. Silly shit, eh? The only reason why anyone tries to go into that shop is because they want to get the guts to approach us.
Have some more. Here you go. So how long do you reckon since you've seen Debbie then?
Oh, I don't know, months probably.
Yeah? Well, what about any of the other girls? Do they know where she is?
All the other girls, they hate my guts. They wouldn't be telling me even if they knew.
Okay, well, what about the fit bus? When does that come? Maybe they've seen her.
Doesn't.
Yeah?
They stopped it.
Doesn't? Who stopped it?
Pops, council, I don't know.
Okay, well, look, if you see it, can you get her to call me? Thanks, it's important.
How you doing, baby? Yeah. Oh, wow. Hey.
No, not you. No.
No, thanks. No, thanks.
Forget it.
No.
Okay, come on.
No, thank you. Do I look like I'm out for it? She is most likely getting no treatment for herself, plus she is servicing a stream of clients, probably unprotected.
What are you supposed to do about it?
Well, find her. I've tried everything, you know. I've done the detox units, I've done refugees, but I can't find her. No one knows where she is.
Why don't you just leave it to the cops?
Oh, Rob, the cops aren't interested. They just couldn't care. I mean, all they're interested in is pushing the girls off the main road out of the public eye, you know what I
You
mean?
didn't slog your way through 6 years of medicine so you could come the bloody streets looking for a prostitute with AIDS.
Right, so what am I supposed to do then? Wait for a few years until she develops the symptoms and decides to see-
No, what you do is you come home, you have some dinner and spend some time with your daughter. I mean, you have a life, you know.
I am not the only one who's been working back late here. Now, you have been late every night for weeks.
Yeah, well, the difference is I don't bring it home with me.
Right. Okay. You don't want me to talk about my work? Okay. No, it's fine. I'll shut up.
No, it's not that I don't want to talk about your work.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just that we seem to talk about nothing else. Jill rang. Invited us to dinner on Tuesday night. You tell her I'll be in Melbourne.
No, I didn't.
I told you last week.
Right, well, I don't remember.
I told you I had a conference with Drysdale. I'd be back on Wednesday night.
Did you really?
Culture complaint.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, everyone. Can I have attention for a minute, please? Most of you know who I am, but for those who don't, I'm Bill McCoy. I'm the new boss of detectives. Has anyone got a problem with that?
Yeah, I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
It's 5:27 in the morning. What are you doing here?
Yep, Deacon, I agree. It's very early. But we've got a case to work on here. And the detective inspector wants a few changes made around the place. He's asked me to come in and do it.
I say you're the new broom, are you?
Well, yeah. I mean, as you probably know, I don't give a rat's ass what anyone thinks of me. And I'm going to have to make a few unpopular decisions. And I expect you all to give me a bit of a hand on it. There are three things. I don't take money, I don't do drugs, and I don't screw my informants. And I expect all you guys to do the same thing if you want to keep your jobs. Is there anything else? Okay, well, let's get to work.
Who recorded it? Young boy on his way to school. He's with Dee.
Who found it?
Young bloke over there at Deacon.
You got on the scientific?
I said they'll be here shortly.
When the sun comes up.
Hey, Jerry, get me a bucket! I won the lottery, didn't I?
Okay, Carl.
I've never even bought a lottery ticket.
Yeah, Carl.
I'm a Methodist.
Okay, Carl. Okay.
I'm a Methodist.
You're a Methodist. Come on here. Carl, you...
What's going on?
Vince found him on the main road last night. Reckons he won lotto.
Well, he has. It's got nothing to do with money, though.
Do you know him?
Yeah. When he sobers up, Jerry, can you bring him in to see me? Thanks. Oh, and can you call the local council? Find out what's happened to the Fit bus on Canterbury Road.
I can't tell her.
Well, you're not leaving yourself with many choices.
Look, I've tried. Believe me, I've tried. Can't tell her. It'll kill her.
You know, it'll kill her if you don't. I know this is hard, Carl. Really, I do. But look, she may have been infected too, and she really needs to come in for that test.
Yeah. All right, look. I was wondering, could you talk to her? If you tell her the bad bit, and then I can talk to her after that. Or look, even better still, we'll get her in for the test. She doesn't have to know what she's in for.
Carl, no.
Oh,
no.
please!
No! Now, you have contracted a serious virus, very serious. And eventually, your wife is going to find out. She will. And when she does, she's going to have two choices. She either leaves or she stays and sees you through. But if you don't at least tell her yourself, I think you can guess what choice she's going to make, can't you? I can. Do you need a bucket?
I think so. I'll go to the bathroom.
Yeah, and when will that
Thanks,
be?
Carl.
No.
Fit bus?
Yeah, they've impounded it. A guy called Tony Gorlas put the pressure on them.
Right, he's an MP. Did you talk to him about it?
No, they wouldn't let me.
Okay.
I can try again.
You know, there are now girls out there working without protection, possibly, because you've impounded the bus.
Do you have children?
Yes, I do.
Then you'll understand how the parents in this area feel. They got prostitutes soliciting on their doorsteps. They can't let their kids walk down the footpath for fear that they'll tread on an infected needle.
All right. So you're worried about AIDS, and yet you've impounded the bus that's going to give these girls condoms and clean syringes. Now, I see a contradiction
I
there.
don't know what kind of an outfit you're running, but I can tell you this. The people in this area are fed up with having this politically correct crap shoved down their throats. They want the problem cleaned up.
Well, what about the parents in the next constituency? You know, pushing it into someone else's backyard, Mr. Gorlas, is hardly going to solve the problem.
It's handing out freebies. Now, what do you do-gooders think? That because you tell them to, people are going to start inviting these women in for a cup of tea and a syringe, that they appreciate having your Mr. Whippy van cruising down their street handing out condoms? They don't.
Oh, but it's all right for two of their elected representatives to be drinking down a pub with a well-known brothel owner. Is that what you're telling me?
If those girls went and worked in the brothel, out of the way of the general public, then I wouldn't have to wage this campaign.
Most of these girls are addicts. They can't get jobs.
Then they should clean up their act.
Oh, it's as simple as that, is it?
No, it's as simple as this. A prostitute was found dead from an overdose this morning near the local primary school. She was found by a boy of 10. Now that, for most parents, is unacceptable. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got a press conference to attend.
This is exactly what Tony Gorlas wanted. It's exactly what he wanted.
Okay, well, do we know who the dead girl is?
Their name's Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Well, I've got an HIV patient who thinks he contracted AIDS from a worker on Canterbury Road.
And you think it's the same girl?
No, not if her name's Cheryl. This girl calls herself Debbie.
Debbie?
Yeah, you don't know her, do you?
No, there must be dozens of Debbies out there.
I've never seen you in a collar and tie before. Makes you look important.
Well, actually, it's very bloody uncomfortable. Yeah.
So, you got any ideas how I can track her down, Miss Debbie?
You could try the factory area.
Yeah?
And that's where the most tragedies... What? What?
You're needed in the interview room.
I'll be there in a minute.
Now?
Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. Try the factory area.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where they are now, isn't it? Because cops are pushing her out.
Well, we'll work on that.
What am I doing here? Everyone will think I'm a dog. What am I supposed to tell them?
I don't care what you tell them.
No, you wouldn't care, would you? What are you doing back in the pig pen anyway? I thought they got rid of you.
Well, you know what they say about a bad smell, don't you?
Things have changed for us right now, and I hope you know that. One damn phone call to the Anti-Discrimination Board and they'll fry your bum for bacon.
Yeah, and pigs might fly.
Very funny.
Now, tell me, what happened to Cheryl?
She OD'd.
Yeah, I know she OD'd, but what happened to her?
I don't know.
She's not a young player.
I don't know
She's been
nothing.
using for over 5 years. What
Different
happened?
source, I don't know.
Different source? Why would you change a source?
She's been shoved out there near the factories.
Oh,
There's no one around there.
Come on, man. If she was that desperate, she'd know where to go. She'd know
I
where to
don't
find
know.
him, wouldn't she? She was found, beaten up. She's got bruises all over her body. She was a mess. Do you know who did it? Do you know who did it? Bernie. Come
Full of shit, Bernie.
Do you know who did it?
Still on my face.
Be nice, yeah? Listen, you guys, I need to build some trust with these girls. Let's not bugger it up for the sake of some public relations exercise. Be nice.
What's his problem? Dick measuring exercise. Don't let it worry you, mate.
How often do you reckon these girls are having HIV tests, Jess?
Look, if they're not sharing, then they're probably not having them at all. I was working the streets, what, a year before I had a test.
Right. Well, when you worried about, you know,
I didn't do sex.
Oh, right. Right.
That's what you thought?
Well, no, I assumed you worked, you know.
Yeah, but I was only doing blowjobs and hand jobs and...
Right. Here's my card. HIV test, pap smears, anything.
Hey
You
guys,
just call, okay?
safe night.
Jess! Jess!
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Back up! You want some of this? You want some? Huh? You want some of this? You son!
Hey, it's okay, it's okay.
It's okay. What was that about? What was that all about?
Because I wouldn't pay.
You wouldn't pay what?
We didn't pay. He wanted a cut in the stretch. Hey.
You guys said no, but you're not going anywhere.
I need some drugs. We can take you to a warm place and give you some food.
No. Hey, wait, look, I'll give you a card. No! I'll give you a card. Hey, please, take my card.
Listen!
Just take
Leave me alone!
Excuse me, officer. I wonder if I can have a coffee and a cigarette. I mean, I don't want to put you out or anything, but this is a free friggin' country.
Can you sit here?
No, I want a coffee and a cigarette now!
This is not solving the problem.
Sorry?
It's not. We're not going to solve the problem.
Look, they know where they can work and where they can't.
Anywhere, as long as it's in the next constituency. Is that about right?
Yeah, that is about
Is that what you're telling me?
That is about right.
Incredible.
What, have you changed professions or something? Well, you're here on
I'm here
official
on
business.
official business, yes. These women have rights, and my assistant here is going to tell them exactly what
Well,
they
I'm going to be looking forward to that, aren't I?
Well, good. Give your ears a good clean.
Legally,
I've had your card. Go on.
Shut up! So what are you going to do about these arrests, Bill?
I think it's more paperwork than it's worth. They'll sort
really?
it out. Yeah.
Well, while they're sorting it out, I'd really like to keep these girls out of jail, Bernice in particular. She doesn't have an easy time inside, as you well know.
Bernice is her own worst enemy.
We have got girls working in a dimly lit factory area where some scumbag pimp has moved in and is now taking half of their money. You know he beat up some girl and dumped her on the footpath tonight.
Did she say who it was?
Half. They call him Half.
Yeah, I know the scumbag.
He takes half of what
Yeah, I
they
know
own.
the scumbag. I'll fix that, don't worry. Listen, don't worry about all this. It's just a public relations exercise. It'll blow over in a couple of weeks.
Right. You know what, Bill? This collar and tie of yours is starting to look really comfortable.
What?
Jerry, I've got a meeting with SWAT first thing in the morning. I want to see if they can give me a lead on where this Debbie
They're going
is.
to protect her all the way.
Well, if she's HIV, she needs to know, doesn't
And what
she?
makes you think she doesn't already?
I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt.
Excuse me, but I don't actually understand what people who don't live on the street seem to think there's some sort of code of ethics. There's not. Everybody's out for themselves.
You all right?
Yeah.
Do you want a lift?
No, I can walk.
Okay. So who else is going?
What?
To the conference.
Me, Gary, the usual crowd from Swinburne in New South Wales.
That's, what's that? That's 3 conferences in less than 2 months. You know, Rob, it's amazing you've got any time left to teach. What about Mariella? She get to go?
She's going, yeah.
Right, well, you left her out.
What?
When I asked you who was going to the conference, Rob, you left her out. Now, she's an attractive woman. She's not someone you'd easily forget, is she?
What is this?
It's a series of questions leading to one that I would rather not ask.
God, this is ridiculous.
Oh, is it? Well, Rob, you know, you're acting like someone who has something to hide. Now, have you?
No. No, I haven't.
$50. I don't need your $50. Come on. Don't place your lunch. Go and find out. Go and find out. Tell you what you do. Forget to cut you in on her urn, did you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about? Cheryl. Cheryl, 5'4", dark hair. She's got a little swallow-tailed head here somewhere on the left shoulder.
And what about her?
She's dead.
So?
So she is working down the factory area where you've set yourself up as a tough guy, you little piece of shit.
Mate, I haven't sold her any stuff, right?
No, of course not. You wouldn't sell Mickey Mouse to somebody like Cheryl. No, you'd rather just bash her around a bit, wouldn't you? Give her a good smack around.
I haven't touched her, mate.
You haven't touched her?
No.
Well, what'd you do it for? What was it, teach her a lesson, was it? That was a bit pointless, wasn't it? Now she's dead. But I suppose it taught all the other girls that are working down there, taught them a lesson, didn't it?
Well, I haven't seen her since the last time she tried to nick herself.
Ah, right. You know what I reckon? I reckon you held the gear back from her, so she was hanging out for her. And that was the lesson you taught her. Is that right?
I don't know.
So who sold it to her?
I have no idea.
Sit. So who sold it to her?
No idea.
Now, you keep off those girls down the factory area. You stay right away from them, because they don't need you. You got that? They don't need you.
Yeah, they do need me, mate.
They don't need you anymore.
Yeah, they do, mate. If you've seen the kind of blokes that get down there, friggin' desperate animals, dogs, they need me down there.
Well, you'd be right at home down there, wouldn't you? Well, I'm telling you now to leave home. So you stay right away from them. Keep away from them.
Kim, you want to have a go at these other girls? They might talk to you. Can you get hold of this woman that runs the fit bus? What's her name?
Robin Keeley.
Robin Keeley, see if she can tell you anything, will you? Deacon, we're going to have to bounce this half prick a bit. You know, more paranoid he gets, the more mistakes he's going to make. Get his rego number. Pull him over a few times, you know, get him off guard.
Pulling people over there without a good reason.
Listen, mate, I don't know about you, but from where I sit, he's got a couple of ball tyres on that car. Get on with it.
Right. Yeah, I'll be right there. Okay, bye.
Max, I know you've got, like, a lot on your plate at the moment, but I just,
Yes?
I think it's better to get things out in the open than let them sit.
Yeah, look, spit it out, Jerry. Just...
do I work with you or for you? I mean, if it's for, that's fine. I just want to know. Maxine, actually, no, it's not fine. When I started here, I was told that I was a youth worker. I was responsible for my own cases.
So?
So, the other day, you called me your assistant, and I'm not your assistant.
Oh, what?
I'm nobody's
okay,
assistant.
Jerry, okay. Sure, consider me admonished.
What, you think I'm making a big deal over nothing?
No, it's fine. It's...
No? You think I'm being petty?
On a scale of things around here, Jerry, there are people ODing, there are people dying, they're sleeping in gutters,
really?
they're doing God knows what.
Really?
For Christ's sake, what do you want from me? Do you want a medal or something? Is that...
Don't worry about it. Don't even... Forget I even care.
Jerry.
I wish I hadn't said anything.
No,
I just
look, Jerry, I'm sorry. I don't think of you as my assistant. I shouldn't have called you that. I just... You know, I've probably been a little short on the pleasantries lately, but I just got a lot on my plate here, you know.
So super cool about everything. You know, I forget that you're human sometimes. You got problems too. Maybe you want to talk about it?
Well, thanks. Thanks for the appreciation. Yeah. But you know what? I really don't want to talk about it.
just last night, I received an anonymous phone call threatening my 6-year-old son. They said they knew who he was, where he went to school, and if I didn't back off prostitution, they'd make me wish I had. Now, that's the sort of thing this vermin will stoop to.
What action from here?
Well, obviously,
the fires were reported by residents at 11:20 a.m. They appear to have been deliberately lit, and yes, we have someone being held for questioning in connection with the incident.
Any connection to
Kim.
Oh, look, no,
Who
there's
they
no
arrested?
evidence
Bernice.
that the incident is
Bernice?
connected with threat made against the course, but of course we're
Okay, thanks.
This is what we're putting
Please, why did you say you did it if you didn't?
I couldn't help myself. You know what I'm like when there's a crowd.
All right, come on, get over here. Take your clothes off. We've got to send them to forensics.
But I didn't do it.
You said you did do it. So we're going to waste everyone's time and go through the procedure. Come on. And Bernie, tell me, what's this for?
What do you think?
What's
I'm
this
a
for?
woman.
Yeah. Give me quick. Come on, get them off. Okay. Let's see, what do we got here? All right, we got possession of heroin. What's that, $150? We got assault police. Well, that's about $500. Prostitution, $150. And court costs $40. We're looking around $800 here, Bernie. Can you pay that?
Bill, you know
Chuck 'em in
she
here.
can't.
Come on. Quick. It's your choice. Come on, get the clothes off. Quick.
You're really starting to enjoy yourself.
Oh, come on. All right, forget it. Leave them on.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
You can't hold her here, Bill. There are no witnesses. There's no petrol on her clothes. She's just shooting her mouth off.
You know, she doesn't learn to
even
keep
said
her
she
mouth
hasn't. She said she didn't do it.
Listen, I've got about as much time for this Tony Gorlass as you do. I don't need some frustrated bloody drag queen pissing around, making this investigation more complicated. She's got to go inside, to learn a lesson, keep her mouth shut.
Okay, but not the bay. Okay, please?
All right, I'll try out for Silverwater.
Brilliant, thanks.
You just tell the red skirt's in the wash. She'll have to wear the black one, and
okay.
there's a pair of stockings in there if she needs them as well.
Okay.
Do you know how long she'll be in?
About 4 days.
Okay.
Hey, Mel, is there anyone else you can team up with just for the next few days?
I made myself pretty unpopular hanging out with Denise.
Right.
Yeah, she thinks she's a woman, you know, but she punches like a man. Anyone tries to push me around, she just gives them a smack in the mouth.
Well, can we give it a rest for a few days?
Yeah.
Till it's safer.
I need the money.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you come down the crisis centre, we can maybe organise something. Get some money so it's not so
work and that
dangerous.
sort of shit. I'm just not cut out for it, you know. It's funny because people like you think street work's a pits, but it's not, you know. Money's good. I'm my own boss. I don't have any mother breathing down my neck, except when they pay me for it.
Well,
it's okay. It's fine.
You know, that's going to change when you are down the factory area and you're alone. It's frightening.
It's fine.
I'm worried about
Thanks
you.
anyway, but I've worked on my own before.
Okay.
I'll be fine. Thanks.
No problem.
Heaps. Thanks.
Okay.
Cheers.
See you.
Bill, I want this to work out, so I have to tell you straight. I've had a few complaints from some of your colleagues. Now, look, we both want results, but they're using the word unethical in relation to your investigative methods. So what I'm suggesting is that you tread more carefully.
Where is she?
I don't know.
You said you were going to track her down.
I said I was going to try. Now, look, so far I haven't been successful, but you know what, Carl? If I did know where she was, I certainly wouldn't be telling you.
Yeah. Well, she must have known she had it, right?
Well, no, not necessarily. What makes you think that? What makes you think they should know?
Guys, these girls have tests all the time. It's part of their work. Now, she knew she had it, and
Carl,
she did it anyway.
Carl, I don't know whether she knew or not, but that's irrelevant now. Because, you know what? It wasn't her idea to have unprotected sex, was it? You paid her extra for it, didn't you? Didn't you?
Look, if I had known, there is no way I would have done it with
Carl,
her.
none of that matters now. Let it go. What matters, Carl? Carl, look at me. Carl, what matters is that you get your wife in for a test. Just bring her in. Because the longer you leave it, the harder it's going to get. Do you want to sit down?
out at night, you could find yourself in a lot of danger. Unless, of course, you're a whore and you know how things work. Now, are you a whore, Maxine? I asked you a question. Are you a whore?
No, I'm not.
Right then. Stay out of the factory area and leave the girls alone. If I find any more of these on the girls, I'll kill you. So sit tight.
What's happened?
There was a guy in the car.
Quick, sit down. Sit down. He didn't do anything to you, did he? He didn't touch you?
No, not really.
What do you mean, not really?
I mean, he didn't.
It's okay. Here, drink this.
No, thanks, no. No, I won't.
Sorry, it's just not habit.
Yeah, it's an old habit of mine, too.
Have you told your husband?
No, Rob's in Melbourne. Can't tell him.
Do you want to call him?
No. You know what? I should go. No, actually, you know what? I should actually get home. I mean, Simone's there and she's all alone.
No,
and...
you sure you're all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're not. Listen. I'll come and sleep on your couch. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fine. Sound asleep. You okay?
Yeah.
You got a lot of guts, you know that.
Always.
When you take on somebody like Half, you're going to be either stupid or very courageous. And stupid you are not.
Yeah, well, you know, the demons on the outside I can deal with.
Oh, yeah, it's the ones on the inside that put up the biggest fight.
Yep. I've done a lot of things I'm not proud of.
Well, you wouldn't be the first, there.
I guess that's the good thing about hitting rock bottom, isn't it? It's you're in good company.
Oh, is that a compliment? You giving me a compliment here?
No, I don't know if you want. Yeah.
And here I was thinking you'd given up a very successful North Shore practice, come home and deal with all the down and outs because of some Christian virtue.
No, sorry. Sorry. I was in a lot. I was in disgrace.
On the booze?
Yeah.
Now that's a demon that's very hard to kick.
Yeah. It is.
But you're managing, aren't you?
Yeah, you know, I'm...
What about Rob? How does he deal with it?
Rob? Well, you know, Rob goes to Melbourne a lot.
You don't always have to go into battle alone. You ever need some company.
Thanks, Bill. That means a lot. No, I should, I'm sorry, I should go to bed.
You're gonna need your sleep.
Thanks for you.
Okay. Good night.
spoke to
What?
Robin at the needle exchange.
Yeah.
Half drove Cheryl to the hospital a few days ago. Supply syringes.
Anything else?
Yeah, one of the girls at the factory area reckons Half's going to open himself up a restaurant.
So how's he going to do that?
Well, he's been bragging he's been doing some favours for some bigwig.
They say you're the bigwig, though?
No idea.
Yeah, but I still can't understand Cheryl OD like that. I mean, she wasn't very bright, but she's been out long enough. She should have known better, you know? Unless it was an accident. Yeah, unless she tried some stuff for somebody. It was too pure. You know anything about that?
She and Half were at the Sundowner on Tuesday night.
The Sundowner Hotel. Who were?
Brian Schuller. One of the girls told me he had some white rock. Straight from the Chinese.
Brian Schuller, eh? Thanks, Bernice. Way to go.
Come on, Bernice.
What do you call my missus for, mate, huh?
Because I want to talk to you.
Well, you don't have to call her missus, mate.
Sit down.
She's not stupid, she knows.
She shacked up with you, didn't she? Okay, tell me what's going on.
What's going on? You got some arsehole tailing me because you reckon I'm responsible for this bitch.
No, I'll tell you what I reckon. I reckon Cheryl started hanging on some cash she made lying on the back and you didn't like it. So you gave her a bit of a workover. And then you cut her stuff off, and when she was really hanging out for her, you used her to taste the batch so you could impress somebody.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. What were you doing at the Sundowner on Tuesday night?
I wasn't there.
Yes, you were. Huh? You were there doing a favour for Brian Schuller. And you used Cheryl. You took her along as part of the favour, and you used her. You used her to taste the batch.
Bullshit.
What happened? You forget to cut the shit? What happened? Why'd she OD? Hey? Why'd she OD? I don't know. Forensic found some carpet fibres on Cheryl's clothes. They matches the same carpet in the Sundowner Hotel. They also found your fingerprints on a cellophane wrapper under the bed. So what happened? Which one was it? You forget to cut the shit or you forget to tell Cheryl to cut the shit? Which one? Why'd she OD?
I went and had a piss, all right? While I was having a piss, she did it to herself.
Damn, what'd you do, you gutless piece of shit? You sat there and watched her die, didn't you? You didn't even bother ringing an ambulance, did you? Didn't even bother. You just sat there and watched her die. You want to hit the big time where you have hit the bloody jackpot? You're going inside.
I didn't kill her.
You didn't kill her, no, you didn't kill her, but you sat there and watched her die. You're going in for manslaughter, you prick.
Cup of tea?
Nice result, Bill. Well done.
Oh, we sleep in the same bed. What for, I don't know. We've drifted apart, as you do.
So, how long has it been exactly since you had intercourse with your husband?
A year, maybe 12 months, I'm not sure.
Right. Well, that's good. You know, we're going to have to do a blood test to be sure, but if what Mr. Santos says is true, look, it's very unlikely that you've been infected with the virus. He says he only slept with this woman about 3 months ago.
My mother's been very ill. I've been nursing her. It's taken up all my time. I've been cranky and I've been tired and I've been giving him nothing.
Are you blaming
my mother
yourself?
was the one who said that if he doesn't get it at home, he'll go elsewhere. That's what he
not
did,
your
isn't
fault.
it?
It's not
I'm
your
not
fault.
saying it's my fault. I'm just saying that is the way it happens.
Okay. We'll work something out. Yeah.
Max, sorry. Melinda just called. She found Debbie.
Cool. Right, okay. Thanks.
Come on, calm down. It's all right. Oh, shit. Guys, I can't get her to leave. She's gone mad, man. Some guy's in a Commodore Raker, I think. Oh, fuck.
Debbie,
Debbie? Debbie? Debbie, who did this to you?
My necklace, all right?
Yeah, it's okay.
Mum gave it to me.
Okay, stop. Okay, it's all right. We'll find your necklace. Debbie, who did this to you?
Debbie, settle down. No, and it will find me.
Debbie, we got to get you to hospital, mate. Okay. Okay.
We'll find it,
Great.
Dad.
Debbie,
we'll find it.
Debbie,
There it is. My mum gave that to me. Should have killed me if I lost that.
Debbie, I'm going to make a complaint. And I will give these to the police for forensics.
Oh, what's the point? They're not going to do
hours.
anything about it anyway.
Oh, they won't if you don't make a statement.
They won't anyway.
Okay, look, you don't have to go ahead and make a complaint. But if you don't at least report this incident, you are not even entitled for victims' comp. You won't get any money.
How much would they give me for that?
Depends how strong your case is.
Yeah. I don't know what a bloody hooker would get. Nothing.
Debbie, I've got a patient who came in here and is tested HIV positive. Now, he said that he contracted it from a girl with your name working along Canterbury Road. Are you HIV? Are you carrying the virus?
Look, I didn't know when I saw him, all right? He offered me an extra 100 unprotected. I was hanging out.
So how long have you known for then? Roughly.
A couple of months. I haven't done sex since I found out.
So if you haven't done sex, what were you doing down the factory area?
Jesus Christ. Look, I bloody stopped it for a while, but I've got a habit, all right? Do you understand that?
Yes, I do. I do understand. These boys that raped you last night, Debbie, were they wearing protection?
Well, it's a bit hard to tell when you're on all fours with your head shoved in the dirt, isn't it? One guy's in my mouth. Another one is pinning me from behind, and you're bloody asking me whether they're wearing protection. Do you think I give a shit about that?
Oh, look, these boys have committed a crime, Debbie. But not only are they getting away with it, they could be passing the virus onto their girlfriends. Innocent people.
That's my fault, is it?
No, it's not. But you have been repeatedly raped. You have been abused and you've been robbed.
All right.
Nobody deserves that, Debbie. You don't.
Are there any witnesses?
Not that I know of.
Did anyone see her get in the car?
Well, no, she said she was working alone. So, I don't know, someone might have seen her.
So there are no witnesses, no medical evidence, except all the bruising over her body, which she could have got in her work.
So what are you saying, Bill?
What I'm saying is that she's a worker, she's HIV positive, and she's an addict. I mean, she goes to court, they're going to tear her apart.
Yeah, look, I know all of that, and I don't want to drag her through any more shit than she has already been through, believe me. But no, this woman has been playing victim all her life.
But going to court is not going to change
Well,
that.
it might do something for her sense of self-worth, which I think is below zero at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
No. She has been brutally raped by 3 men. Now, are you going to do something about that?
Yes, I am. I'm working on it.
Good.
It's okay.
Hello, my darling. Emmy. Baby. How are you? So good. Hey. Could you kiss me on the face, darling? Right? Yeah? Come on, we go inside.
Anyway, Harry's trying to convince this cowboy from MIT that somehow we've got it in our budget to make a serious offer to him as dean. It was bloody embarrassing, and I didn't know where to look.
Let's stop all the bullshit, shall we, Rob?
What?
Let's just cut the bullshit.
Bullshit? What
You
bullshit?
didn't go to a conference. That's the bullshit. You know it, and I know it. You weren't there.
Crap.
Right, okay. You had a smart and attractive wife, yeah?
Yeah.
She was a successful doctor. She published articles in important journals, and she was the life and soul of the party. And she even managed to make a good stab at mothering, didn't she?
Where are you coming from?
And then one day you turned around and you realised that she was a drunk.
Look, pack it
No,
in.
worse than that. Worse than that, I lied, I manipulated, and I embarrassed your family. And
Yes.
you had to do all the mopping up. You see, it's okay, Rob, because I know exactly what I am. I know I've done some terrible things to you and Simone. But it was like a roller coaster, you know? Jesus, I knew I had to get off, but I was too scared that I did. There wouldn't be anything left.
So was there?
Well, I think there was, yes. But the question is, do you think it's worth saving?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Then we're going to wipe the slate clean. And you gotta stop seeing Mariella. And I don't mean next week, and I don't mean tomorrow. I mean today, now. Will you do that? Please.
Yes. I promise.
He was young. I don't know, probably 25 or something. He asked me how much it was an hour. I told him. He agreed. We got in the car and we drove off. And then I heard someone in the back muttering and stuff. Then when I turned around, I noticed that there were two more of them. And I freaked. I said, look, I don't take any more than one at a time, you know. And I tried to get out of the car. And then the guy in the back, he pulled a knife and held it to my neck. And he said if I didn't do what they said, that he'd cut my tits off. We pulled off into this warehouse place. I don't know where it was. It was dark. And the guy in the back came out and he dragged me out by my head like a bloody dog. They hit me and they spat in my face. And they came in my face. I was so worried, you know, I was going to get in my eye. And I thought, what am I bloody worried about? You know, I'm already HIV, for God's sake. And I kept on worrying it was going to get in my eye. And I thought I was going to die and I was going to see my daughter again. Shit, she's only 4. She's only 4, the little baby. You know.
Well, look what you got. I'm saying, you were seen in
I'd like to take it back to the crime scene, see if we can get anything else.
Hang on a minute.
Message for you, a girl named Melinda.
She hasn't agreed to do anything more than make a statement yet.
Jog of memory. What's this? Registration number?
You're kidding.
Tony Gorlaz, Member of Parliament.
And Chief Campaigner against crime and prostitution.
Next week.
We're following up a statement from a woman alleging she was raped last night.
Listen, I can tell you right now, my son wouldn't be involved in anything like that.
It's knowing how far to go.
You did threaten that guy, didn't you?
No, Virginia, I'm only new on the block here. My role is to preserve the rights and freedoms of individual members of our community.
But it's also knowing when to stop.
Take the jeans off.
You can't make me do that.
Mate, in here I can make you stand on your head and whistle Beethoven's fist. Now get the jeans off!